gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. But the Vikings at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. The slot man in motion right. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Come on. Hey. Trap 50, trap 50.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run on first down with Akers. Down to about the 45.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Back to throw now on first down. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Akers. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
This is caught. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings have moved out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go, strike.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And again, back to Kmet.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as...
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Come on.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Vikings send out their punter, As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Open man is Michael Thomas. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with a run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings. Now back to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Steps away to his left. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bradley Chubb drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Smith catches left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, 54 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure sure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Completed to the right flat. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
In motion left is Thomas. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's back to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
To throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. Now, this game has not been short on injury. That's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown. When you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's out to the flat for Akers. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for the Vikings, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their season...
I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to